So when it comes to specifics of the RX, there's two types of correction. You have a hyperlink on there that I want you to go to at some point. You don't have to go right now, but that gives you more details on the two types of correction. But first we're going to talk about, in a very simple way, single vision. We talked about this a little bit earlier, but single vision in a nutshell is a lens with one focal point. So distance, we talk about minus. I can't see from here. I can't see the School of Rock sign. Okay, like I'm having trouble seeing that. That's a distance prescription, single vision distance prescription. If I'm struggling to read, that's a single vision but near. Like it's a near prescription. So it's helping me see close up, read a book or whatnot.
And that would be, we would add power?
Not yet, no. We'll get to the add power in a minute.
Okay.
So overall, that lens, the best way to understand it is throughout that entire lens, it's the same power.
Okay.
It's the same prescription through that entire lens.
Okay.
Single vision. One focal point, the lens, it's all one power.
All one power.
In that case, you can see the prescription right underneath that, where the RX, the right eye, minus 1.75, cylinder is minus 0.50. Are you tracking with me?
Yeah.
Where you're at? Okay. Then the axis 70, and then the left eye minus 1.50. That's a prescription for a single vision lens.
Okay.
That PD you see down there, that's 63. That's the combination of the distance between your pupil and the middle of your bridge. And 63 is really kind of split in half for they call it monocular PD. This is a binocular PD, 63.
Okay.
So basically it's this to here, and then from here to this would be the 63. Whereas we break it down on each side, and I'll show you more about that when we do the pupillometer.
Okay.
But to kind of like put that aside right now, so that's one type of correction, single vision. The second type is called multifocal. The other term for this is progressive lenses. Another term for this is bifocal lenses. This is a lens that gives you 3 focal points.
Okay.
So whereas the single vision, the whole lens is one power.
Yeah.
Like throughout the whole lens, I'm getting the same power.
Yeah.
A multifocal lens, you're getting what you need to see out. You're getting what you need to see like conversation distance or computer distance. And then you're also getting what you need for the near vision.
Okay.
There's almost like 3 different powers in that one lens.
Okay.
That's why it's called multifocal.
I see. So like, for instance, like a power is like, I'd say the best way I can put it is like, power would be like if you just want to read, like that's a power. Mm-hmm. And then if you want to like see further or farther, so that's a different power too.
Yep.
And so would that be 2 powers?
2 different types of powers. Yeah. So
Okay.
it's because it's a different. You need if you're a multifocal wearer or progressive wearer, you need 2 different prescriptions to see. You need to see out, but you also need to read. Mm-hmm. So you can't do that with one lens.
Okay.
Unless you have a progressive.
Yeah.
So because I need to see both spots, I can't do that without a multifocal lens because these need to be different. It's almost like as you go down in a lens, it's different powers. So this is for distance, like if I'm driving, this is for read or computer, and then this is for read.
And that's okay.
All in one lens.
That's when they split. Okay, so it's okay.
Yep. And a progressive. So then they're all multifocal lenses. Progressives basically they blend, and we'll talk more about this. They blend all of those together. So at the top you see what you need, then it kind of drifts down to where a computer might see.
That's
and
crazy.
then it drifts down further to where your reading might be.
Wow.
You can't tell. Like if you looked at my lenses right now, you'd have no idea if they were progressive or not.
Wow.
Bifocal, it's like Kim had, where there's a line, mm-hmm. and at the bottom there's that reading power. At the top is her prescription. So that's just two focal points, reading at the bottom,
yeah,
and then distance at the top.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense.
So those are all types of multifocal lenses, but they're interchangeable. Those words are interchangeable, like progressive, multifocal, bifocal. Those are all interchangeable. People will use those interchangeably. So you have to be ready for like all 3 of those things. All that means is multifocal.
Okay.
It means they have different prescriptions throughout the lens.
Okay, so multifocal is just okay. So just different, like I said, the best way I see it is, like I see my grandma where there would be like a clear-cut line.
Yep. That's
Okay.
what Kim had. I don't know if you noticed that or not. That's called a bifocal.
Bifocal,
But it's
okay.
a type of multifocal lens.
Okay, multifocal is just multiple, different lenses in a sense?
Yeah,
Or,
and it's really in the name. So if you can, the easiest way to remember is just like a focal point is something you can see because of a lens. So you're a focal point for me right now. Out in the distance, there's another focal point. Reading is another focal point. You got multifocal points.
okay,
Whereas a single vision lens is just one focal point.
okay.
Does that make it a little more?
Yeah,
kinda
and then
clear
by
now?
two, obviously, and okay.
Yeah. Let me help this guy. What other questions do you have about multifocal lenses?
I think the first thing that I thought when I heard multifocal lenses was just certain points where I guess you focused at, but now that you clear that up. I mean, it is kind of that in a sense, but it's more like, lines, I guess, where you're looking at. So like this line is for reading or talking or looking farther. This line's for like seeing and interacting with people, and then the bottom would be for reading.
That's
So
right.
just like multiple focus points, like
right.
straight, and then I'm going down a level, and then going down another level.
Exactly. No,
Okay.
you got it. You got it.
Okay.
It's natural for the way our eyes work, right? So like when they're cast up, you're getting your distance.
Yeah.
When you go down a little bit, that's that conversation.
Face
or
to
compare-
face, and then when I'm like reading, like
You're literally looking at a different part of that lens.
yeah,
You're looking at the bottom of it, whereas you're not looking at the top anymore.
yeah,
So it's natural for the way our eyes work. So it makes sense, The next part, so then you saw we're on the prescription how we added the add power. Without an add power on that prescription, we don't have a multifocal or progressive lens.
Okay.
Like, it's just, you have to have an add power in order to have a progressive lens.
and they'd be providing this to us, right?
Yep. This is all, once again, coming from the prescription.
Okay,
from the
inputting.
doctor.
Okay, got you.